That insolent fool, he was no match for me, of course. I gather that he sought to reopen the portal to the Well of Dragons. Indeed, milady. And he was successful. What must we do to restore it to its former state? Shuddering. The Well of Dragons is an awful place, and doubly so now that those foul wizards occupy it. I sealed the portal once, but if it has been reopened on this side and the other, the only way to close it now is to travel through. Travel through? To the Well of Dragons? Laughing melodiously. No, young adventurer, I would not ask such a thing of you. I will go myself. Such foes as dwell on the other side of that portal would kill you quickly, and your death would be full of pain. It would be easy for you to seal the portal once you are through, but there would be no return for you once the deed was accomplished. But you might die. If so, it would be worth the risk. I have precious little to live for except my memories and my long days of sleep and dreams. You still have a role to play, however. Fight your way to the portal. In the meantime, I will prepare myself as best as I am able. Once you have reached the place, say my true name, Expediria Dielas. Something like that. I will hear it and come to you. But the dragon hums sweetly and you feel a tug of powerful magic. Ooh, we're teleported. Alright, where the fuck are we at here now? Alright, so we need to go back to the portal. Let's look at a journal real quick. A song dragon named Expediria has revealed herself as the dove of the poem. After aiding her in a fight against one of the cultists and his ogre mercenaries, we learn that the only way to seal the portal is to do so from both sides. She has volunteered to go through. We must clear the way for her and once at the portal, say her name. Alright, let's go. Portal's way up here. Let's see, we cleared it out already, so I don't know if anything else will actually pop up or not, but we should be ready for him. Alright, here we are at the portal, and it is clear. Let's wait for my companions to get closer here, just in case something happens. Alright, let's use the portal. Portal hums and glows with magical energy. Say the name! A familiar, sweet voice echoes through your mind. Good, adventurer, good. You have done it. Thank you. Now I have only to touch the portal to pass through it to the other side. The other side? It may very well be that this is not the only such passage I make this day. Ian's eyes glisten. Are you sure there's no other way, milady? Aye, young knight. Though it seem impossible to the heart, there are worse things in this world than the scorn of once beloved. I am done with the fierce battles of love, and the still fiercer battles of love's memory. What about the door back at Drawn Swords? I had almost forgotten. The riddle of the door. The reason you come all this way at so happy and unhappy an hour. My love had turned cruel in his scorn of me, had forgotten the valiance and vitality of his youth. In his bitterness, he lived in solitude on that crag, ever lonely, scribbling his poetry in secret. He need only speak his name to enter, Ludos. And that's it. The portal no longer glows very brightly. Whatever the fate, the dragon was at least successful. Whatever her fate, the dragon was at least successful in sealing it from the other side. Alright, let's look at a journal. Before vanishing through the portal to the Well of Dragons, the dove told me that all I need to do is speak the true name of the falcon before the tomb door back in Swords Keep, Ludos. It seems that the poet, the dragon's lover, and the robber knight who built the keep and inadvertently founded drawn swords are all the same man. Alright, so let's head on back to Swords Keep then. Alright, I almost forgot about this cave out here in Castle Joyous grounds. So before we head back to the keep, we're going to check out this cave and see what we got in here first. So let's do a quick save and let's head on in. Oh, it's a small area here. What do we have here? Gargothus and a Radiant Method. Let's see what Gargothus has to say. Who might you be? Peldor of Worm, a wizard at your service. A what? Peldor brings you through the... And what, Peldor, brings you through the gnome-infested wilderness of the hovel of the Gargothus? Demonologist, wizard, and yes, gnome. Alright, we got a bunch of options here. Diplomacy plus intelligence. I merely happened upon your home, but now that I have found you, I hope I can call the event serendipitous, and my host amenable. Perhaps you have some wisdom to share or magic to sell. I am sorry, but I simply cannot allow my studies to be interrupted by wanderers. Wait, I have money. Do you have any magical wares to trade? If serving you in some small way will keep me from having to bother with you in the future, I really have little choice. What is it you wish to know or to buy? What can you tell me about Castle Joyous? I know very little about it. I admire the picturesque nature of the ruins, but prefer plain-art travel to dungeon crawling and trudging through gnollish filth. Before the recent commotion, the gnolls were good neighbors. My home was warded against them, but the wards were probably unnecessary. They were a superstitious lot and avoided me as if I was a demon myself. All except their shaman, to whom I have spoken on occasion. Interesting. Let me ask you about something else. Is that little creature your familiar? Indeed. Animad Versio is a Radiant Method, my familiar, and my only companion, who also play cards with me when my studies leave me exhausted. Unfortunately, even the Method finds war boring. Tell me about your studies. I'm sorry, but frankly I do not like or trust you enough to share any information about my scholarship with you. Why not, Gargoths? Do you have something to hide? Yes, in fact, many things, but let us speak of something else. I will not concede anything on this issue. Your knowledge of religion and the plains must be very deep. Have you heard anything about the cult causing trouble to the east? Gargothus glares at you suspiciously, but then he raises his eyebrows. Ah, that cult. There are many cults around, you know. The cult of the dragon causing trouble here at Castle Joyous, the cult of the risen sun causing trouble in the east, but of course the cult you are interested in is a cult of the risen sun. I have a passing interest in them myself. They seem to be stirring up a great deal of trouble. Go on. The cult of the risen sun worships the old Netherese deity Almunator. Until recently they were part of the Church of Lathander, even though they believe that Lathander is to die to be reborn as the older deity. I am interested in what this would mean for the plains, and I am even somewhat curious about what this would mean for the Faerun. Lathander is a good deity. According to the ancient text, Almunator tends more toward neutrality. But there is no telling what has happened to the deity over time. We tend to believe that the gods are like us, with relatively consistent motives, egos, and personalities. In truth, the gods are what we make of them. I conjecture that if the cult recruits enough believers, Delagoth Orndir, its leader, would very well succeed in making the old god in whatever image he chooses, including his own. As a man of faith, I'm not sure your theology is sound. Perhaps you should stick to demonology. Gorgotha shrugs. The last news I heard was that the Mars Sember conclave of Lathander's church had officially excommunicated on charges of heresy Delagoth Orndir and all members of the cult of the Risen Sun. Alright, let's see what he's got to sell. They got 1800 gold. I can't afford any of this stuff. Yeah. Bunch of spells. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, we were back in Drawn Swords. Let's see, what we're going to do next is go up to the crypt and see if we can deal with that poem thing. And that's up here in Swords Keep. Alright, before we go in there, let's talk to Hamfast real quick. Anything new? Nothing. Alright, let's go down in the crypt. Do you wish to enter? Yes. Alright, so we're going to head to the back of the crypt where we found that one door. Let's see if we can figure out this portal here with the poem on it. And this one here. Say the name Ludos. And it opens.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Spectral Night. Journal update. I was Ludos. While yet I lived, I was called the Falcon. You see my tomb? It is a shadow of that in which I rested while still alive. A wretched thing I was, despising love, despising life. I was Ludos, I was a falcon, now I am no more. And he disappears. And some gold, King's Tears, and a great sword. Let's see what we got here. Falcon's Loss. This is a great sword, +1, ability drain strength. Okay, so I could technically equip both of these weapons. Boy, that's gonna hurt me bad though. Yeah. Alright, which one is more beneficial? +9, +4, 2 to 12, +5. Actually, this Falcon's Loss does more damage than that Falcon. Or Falchion, or how you say it. This one has Doom, 5%. And this one, on hit, is Ability Drain, Strength. That's probably better. So let's keep that, we'll sell that and that later on. Okay, so we found a nice blade there. And let's move on. Alright, let's go to the transition point and go to the next place. What do we got here? Let's see. That one, Backlands Encampment, Flamestone. Let's go back to North Darkwood North. There was that one place we didn't get a chance to go to yet. And here we are, North Darkwood North. There was a transition point, yeah, right over here that we didn't go into. So let's check that out. Alright, here we are at that transition point going to North Darkwood to the south. So I'm going to do a quick save here and we'll continue on into that. Alright, we're getting ready to go into North Darkwood South. Here we go. And combat right off the bat. Got a troll coming at us. Let's see here. Alright, where is...
We've got company.
See if we can get behind him here. Almost dead. Okay, let's see. Gotta use some acid on him. Let's see here. Let's use acid splash. Finish him off. There you go. Oh, what the hell's going on? There's something else over here. Treants. Oh shit.